Welcome you all, and this problem is related to the conversion of block diagram into signal flow graphs. Okay, so let's read the problem statement here. Convert the given block diagram into signal flow graph and determine the C of S divided by R of S. Okay, you should be clear in that. Conversion of block diagram to signal flow graph is very simple. Okay, you need to do with more care. Okay, just give the number for the terms. Okay, inputs, outputs, input, output, okay, summer points and branch points. Okay, you need to give a sequence of number. Okay, input 1, 2, this is summer, is it not? 2, this is branch point 3, this is one more branch point 4, this is summer 5, this is the output 6. So while converting the block diagram into signal flow graph, we need 6 nodes. This is the simple representation of this. Okay, so I repeat, we need to give a sequence of number, okay, on this block diagram. For input, output, summer points and branch points. Okay, so you need to give some sequential order to that. So I am starting from the input side. So 1, 2, this is branch point 3, this is one more branch point 4, and this is summer, and this is comparator, and this is output side. So there are 6 nodes. So while converting this block diagram into signal flow graph, I will have 3, 4, 5 and 6 nodes. 3, 2, 1. Okay, this is input node and this is output node. Okay, so what you have to do is just number the input, output, branch point and summer point. That's it. And then draw that particular nodes. Now 1 to 2, there is no gain is over there. Okay, from node 1 to 2 there is no gain, so consider it is 1. Okay, from 2 to 3 there is no gain, so consider it is 4. It is 1. Okay, now 3 to 4 there is a gain called G1. Okay, 4 to 5 there is a gain called G2. 4 to 5, okay, G2. 5 to 6 there is no more gain, consider it as unity. Okay, now this part is over. You can see that from 3rd node to 5th node there is a gain with negative value, is it not? This G3 is going to be subtracted from this loop. So you can connect the 3rd loop and 5th loop like this and put the arrow mark like this, because this is going in this direction, and put the gain value as G3, and this G3 is going to be subtracted over here. Mention it as G3 minus G3. Okay, this loop is get over. Now this is the remaining loop. 4 to 2, correct? Yeah, 4 to 2. Yeah, sorry, this is 4 to 2. Okay, 4 to 2. This is having this direction, this clockwise direction, having the feedback gain as H, and this is going to be subtracted over here, so minus H. This is the equivalent signal flow graph of this particular block diagram. Okay, then we need to calculate the gain. Okay, I think this is very simple. Okay, very simple signal flow graph, and this is having only 2 forward paths. I think, yeah, this is starting from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1 forward path. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, second forward path. Okay, so we can solve it quickly. Okay, step 1, forward path gain. Here 2 forward paths are available. Okay, you can see that the one straight forward path 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, this is having the gain as 1. This is also 1. This is G1. This is G2. This is 1. So that you can say that P1 equal to G1 G2. This is the gain. Okay, simple gain value, I think. Yeah. Second forward path. Okay, 1 2 3 5 and 6. Okay, 1 2 3 4 is now skipped, and 5 and 6. This is minus G3, is it not? This is 1, this is 1 2 3 4 5 6, this is 1. Okay, so what about the gain value? P2 will be minus G3. Yeah, 1 into 1 into minus 3 into 1 minus G3. Now we are going to step number 2, which is step number individual What about the individual loops are available in this system? There is only one individual loop, 2, 3, 4, again 2. This is not loop. Okay, so 3, 4, 5, 5 to 3 it is coming means it is a loop, but 3 to 5 is the signal is passing. So the loop, I mean that individual loop 2, 3 and 4, again the signal is coming back to node number 2. So 1, this is 3 to 4 G1, this is minus H. There is only one possibility of individual loop, one number of individual loop is available, so that P11 equal to minus G1 H. Okay, now we know that there is no possible combination of step 3 non-touching loop gains. Okay, no, there is no non-touching loop is there, because we can't pair, we can't create any pair. Okay, because we are only having single individual loop. Okay, so we are going for the next step, step number 3. What? Calculation of delta and delta I. Okay, then yeah, delta is equal to 1 minus, I told you right, sum of step 2 gains plus sum of step 3 gains. Likewise we'll go on like this. So delta equal to 1 minus step 2 is having one more minus G1H. Okay, so plus 0, there is no more gain values available in step number 3. So this gives the delta value as 1 plus G1H. Delta I mean the K value is 2. So in this problem, delta 1 and delta 2, there are two delta 1, delta 2 values available. I mean delta I is nothing but delta 1 and delta 2. So for that, delta 1 equal to 1, let it be 1. Okay, initially let it be 1. So for delta 1 calculation, take the first forward path and place this particular loop. Okay, there is only individual loop is available, right? So place this loop on that forward path. All elements are touching, so let delta 1 as 1. For delta 2, take this second forward path and place this individual loop on that. So all nearly 2 and 3 nodes are touching, so delta 2 is also 1. Okay, step number 5. Okay, last step, I think. Step number, this is step number 4, sorry. Okay, I'm going to write step number 5. Calculation of, according to Mason's gain formula, yeah, T of S is equal to 1 over delta summation over K, Pk into delta K. So T of S is equal to, while expand the term, I mean I am substituting the value of K, P1 delta 1 plus P2 delta 2. Okay, I think we already know the value of P1 and P2, and delta 1 delta 2 are 1, delta is 1 plus G1H. This is a very simple problem, I think. So P1 delta 1 G1 G2 plus minus G3 divided by 1 plus G1H. In short, you can write it as G1 G2 minus G3 divided by 1 plus G1 into H. This is the overall transfer function of the given system, right? This is what we solved. I mean, from the given block diagram itself, we converted the block diagram into signal flow graph, and we solved this signal flow graph. I mean, what we obtained from the first step. This signal flow graph, for this signal flow graph, we are going to apply the Mason's gain formula, and we are finding the forward paths, individual loops, and there is no non-touching loop combinations are available. We are finding the value of, we are determining the value of delta and delta I, and finally we are substituting in that Mason's gain formula. We are getting the gain for this particular system, which is G1 G2 minus G3 divided by 1 plus G1H. Okay. And very important thing to note here is the system is completely equilibrium. Okay, a system can be represented by means of this block diagram. Okay, or otherwise, in equivalent with that block diagram, it can be represented like this signal flow graph. Okay, so both are same. So from the, with the help of Mason's gain formula, we are saying that the gain for this particular signal flow graph is G1 G2 minus G3 by 1 plus G1H. Okay, I told you both are equilibrium. So if you are applying block diagram reduction technique in this particular block, okay, the overall block diagram is given here. If you are applying block diagram reduction technique here and you find a single block or a single transfer function, that will also G1 G2 minus G3 divided by 1 plus G1H. You can verify it by yourself. Okay, I repeat, we found the signal flow graph, I mean equivalent signal flow graph for this given block diagram, and we applied Mason's gain formula, and we found that the overall transfer function is G1 G2 minus G3 divided by 1 plus G1H. Okay, you can apply block diagram reduction technique for this block. As a result, you will get one equation, final equation called transfer function, that is also G1 G2 minus G3 plus divided by 1 plus G1H. You can verify it. Okay, just apply the block diagram reduction techniques and you can easily understand. I mean, both signal flow graphs and what the block diagrams are equal. Okay, so let's draw the signal flow graph from the given block diagram. Okay, this is one more exercise for us. Okay, this is some kind of what to say, this is a quite complicated block diagram, and this is having more number of summers and more number of branches. Okay, so convert the block diagram to signal flow graph. That is the given problem statement, and along with that they are given one block diagram. Okay, so I told you, right, input, output, summer, branch point. Okay, you need to give a number, but you need to follow the order from input to output. Okay, so this is input. Okay, most of the people are usually forgets to number the input as well as output. Okay, that is very important. So input side I am numbering 1, summer 2, again one summer is available 3, okay, and one more summer is available 4, this is branch 5, this is one more branch 6, this is summer 7, branch 8, output 9, this is also summer. Okay, no, don't forget to see this summer branch point also. So there are 10 nodes are available. Okay, so in order to convert this block into signal flow, equivalent signal flow graph, draw the node, I mean starting from 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. In order to make clear view of this signal flow graph, I suggest you to draw the 10th node as it is available in that block diagram. Okay, block diagram is having the 10th node is beneath of 8th node. Okay, so likewise you need to draw the nodes, and only you will not get any confusion over there. Okay, yeah. Now 1 to 2, okay, there is only unity gain is available. 2 to 3, there is no gain block, so unity gain. 3 to 4 is having one more gain called G1. 4 to 5, there is no more gain, 1. 5 to 6, G2. 6 to 7, G3. 7 to 8, 1. 8 to 9, 1. Okay, 8 to 10 also one connection is established already, but the gain is 1. Okay, right. Now we are going to draw the loops. Okay, forward path, feedback paths, whatever available in this block diagram, we are going to draw now. So let's see, from the 5th node to 7th node. Okay, 5 to 7, there is one gain block. 5 to 7. Okay, 5 to 7, the direction is clockwise direction, and the gain value is G4, and it is going to be added over here, so plus G4. Okay, fine. Now you can see that from the 10th node itself, okay, one feedback element K2 is, H2 is taken, and it is joined at 4th node. Okay, 10 to 4. This is the exact. Okay, this is the exact connection. This is H2. This is subtracted over here, so minus H2. Okay, now this one is over. This one is over. Now 6th to 3. Okay, 6th node to 3rd node. Yeah, we are having one more branch. This is having the direction like this. This is having the feedback gain H1, and this is also going to be subtracted over here, so minus H1. Okay, then from the same 10th node itself, one more unity feedback gain. See, unity feedback is taken and joined at 2nd node. Okay, yeah, 10th to 2. So this is the direction along with that path, and it is unity, and it is subtracted over here, so minus 1. I think it is clear now. This is R of S and C of S. They asked to convert the signal, block diagram into signal flow graph. That is the given problem statement. So this is the given block diagram. Okay, so we numbered the terms like input, output, summers, and branch. Okay, but we need to follow this sequence from input to output. We need to number the terms, and this is the total number of nodes available in our system. So kindly kindly draw the equivalent signal flow graph by drawing the nodes first, and then these feedback and feed forward loops we need to draw. Okay, the main thing is you need to mention that minus value here. Okay, if it is a negative feedback, means you need to mention that minus value while mentioning that feedback value. Okay, feedback is H1, means it is going to be subtracted over here, so mention it as minus H1. Okay, direction is very important. Okay, while converting the diagram into SFG, you need to mention the direction arrow marks. This is very important, because the direction arrow marks will play a very big role in Mason's gain equations techniques. Okay, thank you.